It's rumored to be a weak class at the running back position in the 2019 NFL Draft. We're going to be taking a look at Josh Jacobs from Alabama, who is a lot of people's number one in this class, right here as the NFL Draft Profiles continue on Dynasty League Football.
The NFL Draft Profile Series, NFL Prospects. Break it down, let's get it. People's pen and the gridiron scholar. Time to do it major. Let's see who running the field. Let's analyze the data. Yeah, let's go.
Josh Jacobs has vaulted himself to arguably the number one consensus running back in the 2019 NFL Draft. I don't know if that says something about Josh or something about the supporting cast of this class, if you will. I like him. I'm not so sure I love him. I know there's a lot of intrigue. He has not had the production that some of the other running backs we're looking at have had. He was in that Alabama rotation, but there is a lot of upside. There is a lot of flashes and glimpses of future stud potential, and that's what has people falling in love. John, are you one of these guys? Are you on the Josh Jacobs bandwagon? Is he your running back one? What's your grade and what's your outlook for Josh Jacobs entering the NFL?
Andy, he has become my top-ranked running back available in this draft class. It really reminds me of Robert Frost, A Road Less Traveled. Look, he was a 3-star prospect in high school. He was a Wildcat quarterback and basketball player. He was not on the radar of most colleges across the country. Coach Saban learned of the Tulsa Star late in the recruiting process and extended a last-minute official visit to campus for this young man. He liked him so much, he offered him a scholarship. He has played in a 3-man rotation with Damian Harris and Najee Harris at Alabama. But he was the MVP of the 2018 SEC championship game. And if you were watching Alabama in the second half of the season, Josh Jacobs really started to jump off the page as an NFL prospect. Now, before the combine, there are 2 categories I like to look at for our running back prospects: yards per carry and receptions. Josh Jacobs is great, 5.9 yards per carry. I love that, especially in the SEC. However, he was not very active in the passing game. He only has 16 career receptions. But Andy, he's a much better receiver than the numbers indicate. What does my scouting report say after I've watched a lot of film? He's an explosive playmaker with a sturdy frame at 5'10 and 216 pounds. He runs with passion and power. I love how he plays the game. But what is most impressive, he has exceptional balance, and that might be his best skill set of all. He presses the line of scrimmage and he engages tacklers. He does not waste time or movement. I like him because you can plug and play him as a 3-down back from day one. He is a 3-down competitor, underutilized pass catcher with capable and soft hands. He's a very good pass blocker. He squares up and willingly engages opponents. To me, he's a very high ceiling prospect. He has very limited mileage entering the NFL, only 299 career touches from the line of scrimmage. I believe he's worthy of a first-round pick. I think he'll be taken off the board in the first 15 selections of the draft. What do you think, Andy, about this Crimson Tide star?
Yeah, there are definitely questions I have about how he handles a full workload and what he would do with those carries. And like I said, I like Jacobs like everyone else does. I'm just not so sure I love him. He's a one-cut runner who glides through his cuts. I mean, they definitely look pretty and smooth. He's a kick returner, which adds to his offering and role for a team. He is Wildcat ready, as you mentioned. It makes me think of Taysom Hill, that role, in addition to maybe possibly an every down back. But can he run through people with the same regularity at the next level? I want to see him try to be more elusive and not just a power back. Of course, I love the backstory. You know, you mentioned he was a 3-star recruit. He was actually a 0-star recruit before the Alabama offer. I think he only had one offer on the table from a school in Wyoming, not even a big school, not even Wyoming, I don't believe it was. And then, you know, he posts highlight videos on YouTube, and Nick Saban comes a call in, and all of a sudden he, goes up to a 3-star, and now everybody's paying attention to Josh Jacobs. He worked his way into the rotation as a freshman when he wasn't expected to contribute at all as a freshman. You enter his sophomore season, and he played with a broken ankle, so that just shows you a level of his toughness. But as far as his game itself, I mentioned he runs a little upright. He tries to be a little too powerful, and he's definitely bowling people over. I think when people fall in love with him, they're falling in love with the highlights of him blowing up defensive backs, and there are several examples of that. He tries to do the same thing to linebackers and to linemen as well. Sometimes he's successful, but I think he's looking for contact more than looking to avoid it. And for those reasons, I worry how that's going to translate at the next level and how that's going to hold up over a full season and a full workload and a career for that matter. Now, he's not great in pass protection, but he really wasn't asked to do much of it. Again, tough dude, no denying it. The Kamara comps, I don't think he has nearly the same explosiveness. I know a lot of people have said because of the unknown, because of the smaller workload, because of the upside and the potential, that it reminds people of Kamara, the speed, the power, the hands, all that kind of stuff. But he doesn't have the same explosiveness that Kamara has. Kamara's a guy that can take it to the house from anywhere. I don't know that Jacobs is that same guy. So the receiving ability does look to have soft and safe hands. Good blocker out in front, but it's not a pass blocker. He's got some slow recognition to see the things happening, and that's kind of symbolic for me of his running style. I think he gets bottled up too frequently and runs into walls. He only has 100-yard performance in 40 career games at Alabama, and I definitely think there was a reason for that. I'm not trying to knock or bash Jacobs in any way. He's clearly one of my top running backs in this class. I just don't know that I have him at number one. I do have some concerns, and for those reasons, we'll have to wait and see. Let us know what you think of Josh Jacobs. Why is he your number one? I know a lot of people have him there. Why is he your number one? And if you're not in that camp, like I'm not, why is he not your number one? Leave it in the comments below. Check out all the other players we're covering in our 2019 NFL Draft Profile Series. Check out expandtheboxscore.com for some advanced statistics and metrics that you can see for yourself for every touch from every Division I player this past season going back to 2016. And check out all the other articles and great content on Dynasty League Football, our home for the 2019 season. Thanks for tuning in today. Thanks for checking us out.